on, Rangers!
Come on, Rangers! Missed the whole game.
Welcome to Dorking, where the sun continues to shine as the summer refuses to depart. The visits of Wrexham FC, arguably the biggest club in the division, depending on how you quantify such things, is one that every club keenly anticipates and intensely dreads. For they're a team built for the division above, funded by Hollywood stars Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, with a Disney-backed documentary to help boost the coffers. The Welcome to Wrexham circus is a big deal for a club that's entering its 15th season in non-league football, following 87 seasons in the Football League. Thanks to Reynolds and McElhenney's desire to help out a non-league football club in Wales, Wrexham are finally looking up at the EFL with a glint in their eye. But in order to get there, Wrexham have to be consistent. A stuttering start to their season brought a win, a draw and then a defeat. Still, 3 straight wins in their next 3 games is a record more suited to their ambitions, particularly as they scored 11 goals in the process. Victory is a daunting task for Dorking, who have yet to keep a clean sheet, and after losing at home to Boreham Wood earlier in the week, they're mad keen to avoid 3 straight defeats for the first time since, well, it's probably quite a long time. With a capacity crowd expected, including 750 Welsh people, Dorking's manager/owner Marc White will want to play down what will inevitably be a carnival atmosphere around the pitch.
In terms of their stature, resources, ownership, a price to win the league, they look like they're on a different stratosphere, but, obviously, we're just go about our own business, really, Baz is coming back today, though, Barry Fuller, first game all season. Isaac's injured, Josh Taylor's injured. Jimmy's on the bench, he hasn't kicked the ball yet, he'll do a bench today. So we have been piecing it together, to be fair, which is disappointing, but and it is hard to ride out, too many squad players at this level of football, but we've done all right, mate. We had a bit of an anomaly against Boreham Wood last time out, really dominant 4-1 loss, like 66% possession, conceded a couple of shit goals. The boys are learning, do you know what I mean? So the boys have got to hopefully learn quickly, do you know what I mean? They're learning on the job. They've got, most of them, majority of them have got the ability, but they're learning on the job, do you know what I mean?
I mean, given that they're used to having a camera crew and that, for Dorking I guess it's less of an issue.
Yeah, no, not bothered at all. I think it's great for Wrexham, do you know what I mean? As a football fan, I'm smart enough to see the bigger picture. These clubs that go through these peaks and troughs, and I know what it means to people. As a devoted football fan of Dorking Wanderers that's been here from day bloody dot, I resonate with a bloke on his couch in Wrexham who can't stand going to the game anymore because they're shit and they've got no ownership, and what this means now to them to actually have their day in the sun, literally, where they've got all this, headlights on their town. It's brilliant, do you know what I mean? Fantastic. Still hope we fucking stuff them, but it is good. Will we have enough? They've got a striker that is a notch up from this level. That's a big issue. I think you take him out of the team, no disrespect to the others, but he is their big-time flagship player, Paul Mullen. So we'll have to deal with him. We'll have to hope we don't miss Josh's legs in midfield. Big set of legs. But, we'll see how we get on, mate. Wanderers are only ever 5 minutes from doing something good, aren't they? So let's hope it's now. Right, tune in, lads. Tune in. Going to be full house today. Borderline sold out, I think. This is just a normal Saturday for us now. That's the thing to understand. We've got to just normalise the matches, because it is just week in, week out now. This is what we do. And then what we've got to do is just focus mentally on the little fine margins that we know we've got to deliver. Normalising these games is key. If we took the stadium out of Oldham and the crowd, we could have won 5-0, right? You need to take the name out of it, the badge out of it, the crowds out of it, and play the fucking pitch. So this is their 3-5-2. Now, they might play a double pivot. Either way, it's 3-on-3. That bit don't really matter. I'll tell you before you go out based on the team sheet. They play like this, right? Palmer, tall, great in the air, dangerous, plays predominantly this side, and then Mullen is their marksman. He'd be the best player in the league, lads. You've got to be blunt about it, right? He's 2 leagues above this, easy. So it's about showing them no respect. So when we use our overload, we'll be trying to trigger the right-hand side with Baz. They will give us the opportunity to play out. And there ain't nobody we play. Like that lot last week, there's nobody we play that can deal with us when we get on the ball playing out in that formation. And they'll be no different. But the point is this, right? There ain't no consistency in a league with 6 or 7 games gone. There ain't shit. No one knows fuck all, right? What I know is this lot are maybe 3, 4, 5 points max ahead of us. I think we go 1 behind them maybe when we win today. That's where the league is. The league is just wide open. You get your win, you go up to fucking 8th, and then you go, right, can't wait for next weekend. We go to fucking training this week, smoking cigars, going, yeah, look us. That's what we get out today. Okay, that's the outcome of us getting this bit right. Dead balls, you got to be good. Right, you could lose the game today on 2 dead balls, and they won't give a fuck. They'll be like, yeah, outplay us all you want, mate. That is what they're going to try and do. Don't fucking bottle them dead balls, right? Okay, fucking win your battle, right? Stand your line, spare player, whoever it is. Wait for the second action. Stay relaxed, okay? All right, boys. This is a team. Final thing. This is a team that we can comfortably outplay. I will not be wrong. So get your warm up good, and all you've got to do is do exactly what you normally do. But the great news is they're giving us an overload. Not many people fucking do, right? And we know what we normally do with that. Okay, all right, come on.
My name is Colin Jarvis. I've been a Wrexham fan all my life. My very first game was age 5 on the 29th of August 1963.
Paul Davis, been supporting Wrexham since 1986.
I'm Terry Weston. I've been a Wrexham fan for approximately 45 years.
Wow, okay. You've seen a lot.
Good times and heartache, yes.
How have things changed since the takeover?
Obviously for the better. We were supporter owned through the trust. I think the pandemic didn't help at all for any club, with obviously supporters not being allowed into the ground. I think there was obviously a deficit at the club, to make up, so it was perfect timing. Yeah, it's just like a thing of dreams, really, isn't it?
I think the enthusiasm within the town and within the fan base, they've sparked a lot of interest, and of course since the takeover, the interest has become worldwide, and that can only bring good stuff into the town. It's given the town, or the city now as it is, a much higher profile.
We can mix it up depending on the teams that we're playing against. We've got a lot of quality in the team, we've got a lot of individual quality. I think we don't rely on any particular player other than Paul Mullen for his goals. I think we've got a good all-round squad now, improved on last season. Bringing in some backups to replace players that aren't going to be in the starting 11. We've got subs now that can come off the bench and can be as good as the players that would be in the starting 11. So hopefully we can push on from there.
Sometimes they're playing really quick, slick football. It seems a little bit nervous at the moment, a little bit disjointed, but we're getting results, which is a big improvement on last season. We had a slow start last season, and whilst I don't think we've anywhere near hit top gear yet, we're actually getting results, which is a big improvement on last year.
I'm not sure about that. I've never seen Dorking play. They're obviously the new boys in the league, but hopefully a good match, judging by the results we've had so far. I'm going to predict 2-0 to us.
How long have you felt confident about Wrexham performances?
Probably the last couple of years, maybe give or take, yeah. We, especially since last January, we had a load of new people come in, maybe slightly too late, but...
Today I'm expecting a really slick, polished, attacking performance against a team that's been used to winning because they've been promoted recently, but I'm expecting like a 3-goal win today.
The love was always there for the club, yeah. There's no doubt about that, but I think that we can push on now. And hopefully we can get out of the division that we've been in for the last 14 years. So.
Do we fucking ram this, isn't it? It's 5-2, mate. Loads of talking across the line, Dan. Loads of info across the line, okay, yeah? If Palmer drops in there and Baz goes with him, you know, then it's 2-on-1 on Mullen. Same here. If he has to drop in on Mullen, it's 2-on-1 on Palmer. Like the whole time, one extra. This happens every season like this. Like you sort of go, right, well, you boys are playing, well, you know, and sometimes it's because you haven't been amazing, or sometimes you've had the odd little nick or not, whatever. And then boys sort of, because you don't want to tamper with it too much early on, boys get behind. But Tuesday, we'll be having a game, and then probably every week now for a month, if we haven't got a game, there'll be a game as well. So I'm going to I need everybody up to the same level. Then I can just put you in. Jebby, loads of info. I need you to be our Josh Taylor today. Press the game, strangle, win your duels. Whoever you're picking up, fucking be there. You and Josh bossed it last week. You and Mac have got to do it today, okay? Baz, loads of info. Enjoy it, mate. You're a legend. Loads of info, mate, okay? Get us up the fucking field. Get us up. A goal a game now, that's the plan. Yeah, you're on track for that already. Goal a game. Got a brilliant one last week. Wrong-footed the keeper, perfect. Right, boys, listen, cut the fine margins. Don't forget, they've got a long throw. So if you get a choice between hooking it, yeah, you know, the long throw, hear me, they do it from halfway line. All right, so it's going to have to be, you're going to have to be smart, okay? Clear your lines when you can. Keep it on the field. It's all about us outrunning them, boys. I don't need to tell you anything except do what we fucking do. McShane, Jeb, press this game. Moro, I think it'll be a single pivot and a double. You just got to go man for man. I'll do Macca on the deepest. You and Jeb have got to do a fucking job, get a foot in, okay? That's what you've got to do. The best way of fucking winning battles, not giving away little things, is to be sharper. All we have to do is do our fucking the way we play. That's all we have to fucking do. 90 minutes is a long fucking time. Get round the ref, get round each other, win your fucking battles, okay? Come on. Oh, mate. Come on! All the best, mate. Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Like the playoff final, and perhaps the Chesterfield fixture, there's an air of excitement as well as tension around the packed Meadowbank. Wrexham are the most daunting visitors we've yet filmed, and so it's not hugely surprising that Dorking's players are a little phased in the opening moments of the match.
Get me where you are, stand still! Play! Play early! Play early!
Dan Gallagher cedes possession midfield, giving Wrexham an early opportunity to pin the home side back. The visitors work the ball to Paul Mullen, who guides a shot towards Slav's far post. At the risk of throwing Martin Tyler-style pointless trivia around, striker Mullen won the Golden Boot in League 2 last season and was also named that division's Player of the Year. It's relevant because he's dropped down to the National League to join the Wrexham project. In the build-up, Mark was adamant that his side should be playing predominantly down the right-hand side, putting the onus on Barry Fuller and Niall McManus to get the move started.
This side! He's there! He's fucking there!
Head drop, Ed. Head drop.
Alfie.
Some tenacious work from the Sega Mega Drive gives Jack Jebb a chance to cross, but he unfortunately picks out serial short person James McShane, who has the heading ability of Sir John Fenwick. Surely it's not too soon to joke about Sir John Fenwick.
Listen, all they're going to do is the high overloads like us. So what they've got to do is shuffle on early. Niall! Baz! When they do the high overloads, shuffle round early. Dan Gallagher! Off you go! Off you go! On your own!
If Dorking did have some early nerves, they appear to have dissipated. Of the two teams, they seem far more interested in controlling the ball than Wrexham do.
Off you go, Baz, 2 on 1. Off you go, 2 on 1. On your boat.
A smart move down the right looks really promising. If only Jack Jebb doesn't just fall over.
Fell over.
For the most part, Dorking are happy to soak up Wrexham's long ball game, although it would help if Alfie could stay on side for Barry Fuller's signature channel balls.
No, take him higher! Alfie! Alfie! Alfie!
Good pass.
Another long kick is swatted away, but Anthony Ford beats Bobby Joe to the second ball.
Bobby! Bobby! Moro! Tell Bobby! Off we go!
Wanderers are dominating the play, but they're not really creating any goal-scoring opportunities.
It's hard, it's hard!
Touch, boss. I thought that was a fucking nice pass just to deliver that.
So far so good for Dorking, who have batted away the high balls and dominated the play on the floor. But then defensive linchpin Ed Harris goes up for a header.
Go on, Ed. Good, Ed.
Fucking love that, Ed! Head ref! Head ref!
As one of the best aerial defenders in the division, Ed is crucial to Mark's plan to repel Wrexham's high balls. So a bang on the head is one of the worst things that could possibly happen right now.
That's literally unbelievable.
Moro, is he alright?
To the surprise of nobody, Ed insists he's okay, but a golf ball size swelling around his eye begs to differ. Mark immediately plans to rejig the team, putting Jimmy on the wing and dropping Bobby back into defence.
You're going on, mate. No, you're going on. Are you okay to go on, mate? Good, man. Yeah, have you up, mate, have you up.
We're down to 10.
Relax!
Is he?
Jimmy.
Has he?
Yeah, because Bobby's the overload, isn't he? We'll just gamble. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be.
He's seen it right, yeah? He's seen it right.
Slav! No! Jimmy!
Mark wants Slav to slow the game down so he's got time to send Jimmy Mewitt on. Frustratingly for Mark, the fourth official's not ready.
What do you know? What you fucking checking for? What fucking for, mate? What the fucking sub on, man?
Meanwhile, Ed is still going up for headers and looking a bit lost.
Forward passes, Baz!
Come on, Jimmy, let's go, yeah?
Fuck me, fourth.
Mark is eventually able to get Ed off the pitch, but more than anything else, it remains to be seen how Dorking's defence will deal with the loss.
Touch.
Runners!
Shoot! Fucking Jimmy!
We're keen to convey just how much possession Dorking are having in the opening 20 minutes. But it's a challenge because their moves don't end with eye-catching shots on goal. And it's not that entertaining to see them knock the ball around to no avail. And whether or not it's Wrexham's game plan to be camped in their own half is not something we really know. What we do know is their counter-attacking is non-existent and their long balls are not successful.
Relax, relax! Bobby! Bob!
Wanderers are not finding the killer ball, although Jack Jebb is trying hard to unpick the Wrexham defence.
Forward! Jebby! Jebby! You keep passing to them! Yes!
We've got to relax, okay? We've got to relax.
20 minutes are on the clock and Wrexham get Dorking on the back foot. They work the ball down the left for Jacob Mendy, who crosses towards target man Ollie Palmer. With Ed Harris on his way to hospital, it's down to Bobby Joe Taylor to try and out-jump Palmer. And for all of Taylor's attributes, the ability to out-jump a 6'4" striker is not one of his main skills.
It's hard now. With that fucking height situations, it's a long game, mate, with that height situation.
Dorking goes straight back to their normal pattern, keeping the ball and moving it around the edges. Yet they still can't find a way to penetrate and threaten the Wrexham goal. As Dorking toil to little effect, Wrexham keep things simple, with Mendy once again providing some ammunition down the left for Ollie Palmer. Palmer's shot is blocked, but Mendy has drifted inside, looking for a rebound.
Fucking hell, mate! You are fucking kidding me! Fucking hell!
Mendy, a former Atletico Madrid academy youngster, picks up the loose ball and strikes true into the corner, giving Slav no chance, and Wrexham a scarcely deserved 2-goal lead.
Fucking fuck me! Boys, come on!
Dorking continued to dominate the ball as if they were Queen Charlotte herself. Seriously, look that one up. Rich people. Jesus Christ. But time and time again, the Wrexham defence are largely untroubled.
So unproductive!
In the last training session, Mark, with the help of cricketer/goalkeeper Dan Lincoln, tried to prepare his side for Wrexham's long throw routine. Let's see if it worked. Oddly, Dorking win the aerial duel. Alas, the ball ricochets off of Barry Fuller's head onto Luke Moore's shoulder and into the roof of the net.
Hey!
Yet again, Dorking's response is encouraging, and James McShane gets to unleash a shot on goal.
Can't believe we're 3-0 down here. Huh? I can't believe we're 3 down, like fucking.
Are you talking in that goal? Because I can't hear you. Is he talking? Is he talking or not? Yeah. I need to hear you, Slav. I need to hear you, bold. If it's there to be won second half on anything long and it's there, just go and take the fucking ball, punch it, okay? Jeb, unbelievable last 20. Get that shit out of your game. Yeah. No, but Jebby, we are all over them. And you keep passing to them. And that is not how we play here, son. We're all over them. It's hard to fucking explain how one-sided the game is, isn't it? It's hard to explain. I think the boys at the back, on the ball, have been exceptional. Brilliant feet, brilliant use of the split. Don't pass in the pocket. Don't pass in the pocket, right? Believe it or not, you've got to understand that this is one of those games where you've got to try and make it memorable. You've got to try and make this the sort of day you tell your grandchildren about. You're all over them, lads. the way it finished second half, right? Macca and Jeb were getting the ball here the whole time. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Baz, no, that's how it should be. Right? I don't want Alfie in here. All our strikers need to do is get in the box. Right? We deserve a lot out of this game. Right? But you don't always get what you fucking deserve. We've got to have a fucking defining half. Now, are you feeling okay, mate? Okay, so we've got to change that. We've got to be really careful because of the scoreline. Very careful. You're going to have to give everything you've got, Jimmy, to make sure the scoreline is good. However, you're one goal. If you score one, I guarantee you'll score two. I guarantee you. We can't undo anything what's happened. Ed, we're a small team today and your biggest player fucking smashes his fucking head and he's fucking had to go hospital. You can't undo bad luck. But what you can do is create a moment. You can create a moment, lads. And I've seen it happen. You've probably all been involved. Well, today can be one of those days. We just need the next goal. But don't go gung-ho. Couple of times, right? Don't go gung-ho. No one else got any knocks, no? Okay? Boys, just think. It does happen. Next goal. Next goal. Get the next goal. Put a lot of pressure on this team, okay? Come on.
We've only just noticed that it's a straight Macron v Macron fight today. We're wondering if we'll ever see the day when it's a straight fcfootballkit.com versus fcfootballkit.com day, because that matchup would be one incredibly good-looking matchup. Everyone would look really smart, and people in the crowd would probably be thinking, I don't really care about the score, who's playing, I just want to go and buy one of their shirts, because fcfootballkit.com make great shirts. At 3 goals down, if Dorking are going to get back into the game, they'll need to hit Wrexham hard and fast. And that's exactly what they try to do from the kick-off when they get the ball to Ryan Seeger Mega Drive. The shots might have looked relatively easy, but like a middle-aged man climbing a 3-foot fence, it was surprisingly hard work.
Seats, well done!
The opening minutes once again see Dorking moving the ball around, but as has been the theme this afternoon, the play breaks down before anything comes of their endeavours, and Wrexham are in the mood to make the most of their chances. The influential Luke Young brings Paul Mullin into the game, and he combines with Jordan Davies to set up Ollie Palmer.
Offside, no?
He's offside!
How is that not offside?
He's offside, man!
Although we can see why the Dorking crew think it was offside, Palmer was smart enough to stay behind the ball, and his tap-in was entirely legal. We'd like to show you the GoPro that proves this point, but the children behind the goal couldn't leave our cameras alone.
It's about a yard offside, 100%.
Ah, shit, we're going to have to send him this episode in a minute. Wonder what he's going to say.
Not in the pocket, Bob!
For anybody playing a drinking game, that's at least 2 shots.
Bobby, why are you doing that? Bobby, don't fucking do it.
If there's one thing Mark wanted to avoid today, it was to give Wrexham a chance to use their long throw. It would seem Bobby's forgotten about that.
Just put it out for fucking long throw, mate. Oh, mate, that is honestly the bit we got to improve, mate. It's literally, he can take a touch and hook it, can't he? He's literally put it out for a long throw.
Throughout the second half, and we realise you're probably tired of hearing this, Wanderers continue to keep the ball. You'll have to watch the extended version of this episode on Patreon to see what we mean, because despite their efforts and a string of corners, they just can't do anything worthy of a tightly edited highlights package, if indeed we ever manage to do such a thing.
Bobby, off you go! Travel early! Travel early!
The scoreline must be soul-destroying for the Dorking players, and Bobby's half-hearted clip up the wing is indicative of a team that are losing their will to fight, and Wrexham love to punish a mistake. Elliot, son of Rob Lee, taps in a killer fifth, giving Wrexham the biggest ever away win ever seen at Meadowbank, ever. It's hard to imagine Dorking's day getting any worse, but then again, that depends on how dark one's imagination can get.
It'll be a twist the way it is. It looks like it's just could be a bad one.
Alfie Rutherford, Dorking's leading scorer last season and all-round nice chap, has done his knee. A hush falls around most of the stadium as he receives treatment. There's an overwhelming sense that Alfie's season might already be over.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Well played, mate. See you down your gaff, mate. Yeah, look forward to it. Cheers, boys. Cheers, mate. See you down your gaff. Yeah. Cheers, pal. Cheers, pal. Well done. Cheers, mate. Yeah, mate. Right, not quite sure where to start. Really, difficult one. I can't go and say, well, fuck me. We're 0-0. We know we're playing a big side. We take off Ed Harris and we go 3-0 down in 10 minutes, right? And we've got all the ball. Very difficult one to critique. Not often I'm lost for what direction to take it. It is 3 points and that's it. But for me, it's the standards. There's boys out there that they plugged themselves in and just done what we had to do. You know, there's 3 of them, pretty much. The Moro second half, the passing let yourself down, right? Too long. Plugged yourself in. Nicky Wheeler went on, plugged himself in. You went on, plugged yourself. Jimmy didn't lose the ball once, did he? Didn't lose the ball once. Looked really sharp, looked sharper than them. Vinnie Jones, someone know Vinnie Jones, a footballer? Yeah? When he played, if he had a mate who kept giving the ball away, he'd have probably gone over there and headbutted him. You'd hear him. You'd hear him on the pitch. Going, Jeb, next fucking time it goes to fucking feet. Do you lot, you have to ask yourself this, do you lot give each other enough, right, fucking information? Whether it's, mate, shorten the game up, Jeb. Whether it's, Bob, fuck me. Right, you're neither here nor there. Whatever it might be, whether it's just fucking whatever. I think we're quiet under pressure. You know how we're trying to play. You know, someone can tell Moro, you get the ball away last 4 times, just shorten the game some, we're 4-0 down. Honestly, the old saying goes, if we fell in a barrel for the tits today, we'd have come up sucking our thumb. You've had your centre half, who'd had a great start to the game, taken off. And you go 3-0 down in 10 minutes whilst you're fucking adjusting, recovering, whatever. You know, very difficult to take the run of bad luck in that game and then to lose our centre forward. I will not watch us get rolled over or beaten when we're as good as we are because of key individual errors. I will fix it quickly, right? So it is one of those. Step up major if you have not had an amazing game today. Step up majorly. And to be frank with you, it's no good at training being, yeah, all right, it's all good and well being super sharp and all the rest of it, yeah, and doing your best to put a shift in. But it's on the field. It's the communication. It's the organisation. It's the leadership. It's the helping your mates through the game, right? That is what you are missing, okay? Bottom line, okay? Get the gear in, yeah, get it all the right way. And management needs you quickly.
And we know we're good enough to obviously compete and do well in this league. I just think it's fine margins we need to improve on and demanding more from each other, little things, and yeah, I think we'll be all right.
I don't know where to start, mate. What do you want to start with?
The reason you don't know where to start is because it is fucking complex, isn't it? You know, you've got that thing where conceded 9 goals in 2 games where we dominated the ball in both games. Between both boxes, poor. And the problem is, poor runs don't often start with playing poor. Quite often, poor runs start by just losing, and then you go from playing all right and losing to people thinking, fuck, maybe we're not very good, and then playing bad and losing.
When you're going up against the likes of Wrexham and Chesterfield, does it feel different when you get out on the pitch? Are you thinking, fuck me, these look good, or they look sharp or big or whatever?
Not really, no. I mean, obviously you think those things, but when we played against Gateshead, at first we were like, fucking hell, they look decent. And we ended up coming out with 3 points. So I don't think in that sense it affects us at all. If anything, we're up for the game more when we're coming up against the bigger side. So I just think little errors have made us come undone today.
We've made a team that's like the favourites for the league, you know, essentially let us have the ball because they couldn't really do anything else bar that. Our pattern was good. Just, it was last third not dangerous enough. Combination of balls in the box and good defending. Our last third, clearly not good enough, but I can't help but think the biggest issue is in front of that with just giving the ball away, like, you know, Jebby, and it's like, fucking hell. Like, just players should and have to go into matches thinking, right, I've been warned about it, you know, turn over a ball, counter-attacks, we're 3-5-2, just keep the fucking ball. Everything we've done today was just give them the ball. We gave them the third and fourth, the fourth and fifth rather. Do you know what I mean? So much fucking wrong, it's not good. But actually there's still positives there, which is, it's hard to see the positives. It's hard to talk about them when you've been beat 5-0, because you've been beat 5-0.
But yeah, I don't think there's personally not massive changes needed. Like I said, it's just little errors, individual errors, and then as a team demanding more from each other. On the ball, I think we look good, like especially the first half. We had a lot of possession. Not that that's an excuse, but like Maidstone a full time, Gateshead a full time. We can't just use that to be an excuse. I think we can. All the players know we're good enough to compete in this league. We just need to iron out a few things, and yeah, I think we'll be fine.
I did not, in my fucking wildest dreams, see us getting drubbed today. And I know football inside out. The fact of the matter is, my team 3 years ago would have beat them or given them a much better game. We was resilient, the boys knew what they were doing, your Fogdens, your Pryors, like leaders and men. Make no mistake, it's not the level, it's the individuals we've got in the level at the moment. So it is step up or step out in the politest way, and we'll see how they get on with it. Everybody plays the level they play at for a reason. Some can step up, some can't. So that's where we are.
Thanks for watching Bunch of Amateurs on YouTube. Oh, I'm going to keep this in. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and make a comment. Leave a comment. Oh, this has been a disaster. This week's comment of the week comes from Brendan Doyle, who says, are we ever going to get Charles Wood again? Well, they're actually on Patreon. You can see a 3-episode update on Patreon. You can also see a bit where we take the mick out of some of these Wrexham fans behind the goal on there.